What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're going to show you the most visited cities in the world. Let's do it. That's right, Island Hoppers. This is a list of 20 of the most visited cities in the world as per 2023. We will put timestamps below so you can click around from location to location. In no particular order, we're starting here in New York City, a city that actually attracts almost 67 million visitors per year. NYC is almost recovered to pre-pandemic levels, while here you can expect to explore Times Square, Central Park, head over to one of the 5 boroughs, including Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, or the Bronx. Be sure to try a New York-style pizza and then cross the Brooklyn Bridge into Brooklyn. Definitely a beautiful city to explore in the summertime. In the winter, it has a nostalgic vibe that people like to visit and experience for Christmas, especially around Central Park. As you can see, from Central Park you can head around Saks Fifth Avenue and then go all the way down to Wall Street, where you will see the famous Raging Bull. From there you can head up Manhattan on a hop-on hop-off bus into Times Square, where you will see a very electrifying experience in the heart of Manhattan. Next up, we're headed to Thailand. This here is Pattaya Beach. Now, Pattaya is second most visited place in Thailand. It is an under-recognized destination for this list. Most people don't really think of Pattaya being one of the top places to be visited in the world, but it does get around 10 million visitors per year. While here you can visit temples, go to Buddha Mountain, also riding off-road vehicles, doing island hopping, where you can do water sport activities like ride jet skis or go out on a banana boat. Then the nightlife out here is some of the best you will find in Thailand if you're looking to party on places like Walking Street. Then there's Muay Thai boxing for those of you who want to try it or simply just watch. Pattaya is about a 2-hour drive from Bangkok. Next up, we're headed to Las Vegas. This is another one of the popular American tourist destinations with 45 million visitors every year. While here you can cruise up and down the Las Vegas Strip, where they have many different hotel casinos, resorts with pools and all that jazz. Then you can head over to Fremont Street, which is another exciting place in Las Vegas. I would say gaming, food, and entertainment along with the pools are the big attractions here. Next up, we're headed to London, one of the most popular tourist destinations for international travelers, with around 22 million people visiting here every year. While in London, you can check out the Big Ben, go across the London Bridge. The British Museum is one of the best museums for archaeology and anthropology in the world. You will want to check that out. Exploring the history with the royal family at Buckingham Palace or Westminster Abbey. Then you have Piccadilly Circus, which is a nice place to walk around and enjoy a day in London. Next up, we're headed to Paris, which actually is the most visited tourist destination in the world. Known for iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and Palace of Versailles, you can also experience the art museums that they have here, the opera. Very romantic and historical city here in Paris, which is why so many people come from far and wide to visit. Other notable landmarks include the Notre Dame Cathedral, which is being rebuilt. Paris is also a haven for food lovers who want to indulge in French cuisine, croissants, baguettes, cheese, wine, and a variety of different gourmet dishes. Paris is also a great place to originate in Europe. If you want to explore more, you can easily get on a high-speed rail train to Brussels or Amsterdam from this location. Next up, we're headed to Rome, which also sees well over 10 million international tourists every year. While here, you can explore the rich history, including many different museums, the Vatican, and so much more. Also, they have the Trevi Fountain right here in Centro Storico, and then the Parthenon, as well as Circus Maximus and the Roman Forum. And along with exploring all the many landmarks, you'll definitely want to indulge in the Italian food cuisine they have here. Additionally, you can easily get from Rome to Naples in 2 hours by high-speed train, or even going north to Florence in 2 hours by high-speed train. Now from Rome, we're going to go to the former most visited city in the world, Hong Kong. You could see why this place is so popular with tourists once you get here. It still is considered the Pearl of the Orient. It's just been under severe lockdowns the last few years, although it is starting to open back up here. While here you can visit places like the Ocean Park amusement park. They also have a Disneyland. You can go to the Big Buddha at Lantau Island. We did recently make a full travel guide showing you all the things to do in Hong Kong. We will put a link to that below in the description. Be sure to visit Victoria Island and go up to the mountaintop. Also explore around places like Wan Chai and the other entertainment districts. You can visit Kowloon and do some electronics shopping that is popular here. Also going to one of the many malls across Hong Kong. Some people like to enjoy a tour or a ferry ride, going to the surrounding areas, or just cruising around Victoria Harbor here. Another popular tourist destination is Taipei. They did receive well over 10 million international tourists. Some popular things to do here include walking around the Chiang Kai-shek Monument here right in the heart of Taipei, or go to night markets like the Shilin Night Market and Rojo Street Night Market. You can also easily get around using the MRT system. They also have high-speed trains here which will connect you to other areas of Taiwan. One of the benefits of visiting those night markets is going to be the food. As you can see here, so much variety in cuisine. Visiting parks and enjoying the natural environment is also popular here, and Taipei 101, formerly the tallest building in the world. Now we're headed to Antalya, Turkey, right here along an area known as the Turkish Riviera, which is the northern part of the Mediterranean. They did welcome over 16 million international tourists. It is a popular place with people from the area of the Middle East as well as Europe. If you get a chance to go here, you will want to check out many of the ancient ruins because the Greek Empire was also out of here. You have archaeological sites. You also have beautiful mountains and beaches. Here the mountains are called the Taurus Mountains. You can visit the old town of Kalichi. This is the historic old town area of Antalya where you will find old Ottoman preserved houses. So Ottoman Empire, very popular here after the Greeks. Then you have a boat trip around the turquoise coast here. You have the Duden Waterfalls, which is a beautiful waterfall area. You have the Antalya Museum, and then plenty of shopping and dining. And from Antalya, we're headed back to Thailand. This time we're at Bangkok. This is actually up there with Paris as one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world currently. It is seeing a high volume of travel to Thailand, and Bangkok is really seeing most of that. While here, you can go to the temples, you can go down the Chao Phraya River by boat, or hang out along areas like Khao San Road or Sukhumvit. Popular things to do here are go to the top of one of these many rooftop bars across Bangkok and try the food, some of the best food scene you will find anywhere in the world. You may want to consider going out to one of the floating markets like Dam Sadek. They also have a train market that's popular about an hour outside of Bangkok. Good news is Bangkok, Pattaya are within 2 hours of each other if you want two very popular tourist destinations. Unlike many of the cities on this list, Bangkok really stands out as a very unique cultural experience for you, for those of you who are looking for this. We did recently make a full travel guide for Bangkok, check the description below. Next up, we're headed to Singapore, a very modern city. I consider it to be a smart city. They did welcome approximately 19 million international tourists. You can visit places like Little India, Chinatown. You can ride the big Ferris wheel, go to Orchard Road and do some shopping, go to a food hawker like Lau Pa Sat, or go to the Gardens by the Bay and check out the cloud forest. Next up, we're headed to the Middle East. This is Dubai, where they welcomed 16.7 million international tourists recently. While here, you can go to the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, or hang out at the fountains at Dubai Mall. You can go to Dubai Marina. There's a lot to see and do here. This is a very modern city. Everything here is mostly brand new aside from the Old Town Souk. They also have the Museum of the Future, which shows you the future of Dubai. They have the top of the Palm right here on the Palm Jumeirah. You'll just want to visit the Palm Jumeirah while here. And then you have the Madinette right here next to the world's first 6-star hotel, Burj Al Arab. And then, of course, they have many different beaches, surprisingly. Sitting right here on the Persian Gulf, it's actually warm water, so the beach scene is great. The world's tallest Ferris wheel is also here, although it's inoperable as they're still trying to get it to work. But really, when I'm here, I like to get a hotel or an apartment, condo, right here in Dubai Marina or downtown. As you can see, Dubai Marina is full of high-rises, and they have a convenient tram and mass transit system here. Dubai gets extremely hot in the summertime, but the winters are pleasant, and so is spring and fall. It just starts to get hot the closer you are to the summertime. So keep that in mind when planning your trip here. One more thing to consider, Dubai is in the United Arab Emirates, and there is another city nearby called Abu Dhabi. We made travel guides for both of those. We'll put links to that below. Next up, we're headed to Japan, which is newly opened here at Tokyo. This is formerly one of the most popular travel destinations, and now that it's open, it's going to be high on everyone's bucket list. Tokyo is known for its amazing cuisine, the high-speed rail system that takes you all across Japan called the Shinkansen, and then they have many temples here that you can visit, as well as the Sky Tree and several other landmarks. You can also go to the Sumo Museum, learn about ninjas and samurai culture. You can also head over to the Shibuya Crossing, which is one of the busiest intersections in the world. Explore the Meiji Shrine, many different shrines across here, including the Senzo-ji Temple. And then you have the Shinjuku area, which is a popular neighborhood with a garden here. And then you have the Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea for those of you who are into that. If you like shopping, you need to head over to Ginza, which is the shopping district with the luxury brands and department stores. And then you can head to other places like Harajuku for food and nightlife. Tokyo really is an amazing place to visit. Next up, we're headed to Orlando, Florida. This is the most popular tourist destination in the United States, attracting both domestic and international travelers, but you'd be surprised most of those 66 million people who visit Orlando are domestic travelers, not international visitors. While here, you can go to Universal Studios or the Disney complex. There is SeaWorld here with an underground restaurant that people like to check out. Now, as far as going to Disney or Universal, both are recommended on your trip to Orlando. You can also head downtown, or you can go to Old Town Kissimmee. And then they also have Disney Springs Mall, as well as International Drive, where there is attractions there. All right, now we're gonna go from Central Florida out to China again. This time we're in Macau, also known as East Las Vegas, one of the most popular tourist destinations for international travelers. Most of the visitors here to Macau are actually coming from mainland China. It is considered a special administration region, SAR as we know it. Here you have many mega resorts like Las Vegas with outdoor pools and casinos and gaming, but they also have the Cotai Strip, which is similar to the Las Vegas Strip. Then they have Old Town Macau, which is a Portuguese settlement. Next up, we're headed to Delhi, also known as New Delhi. Here you have a popular destination with domestic travelers from India as well as international travelers coming from abroad. You have a rich history, but this is also the capital. Nearby is Agra, where the Taj Mahal is located. I would say Delhi is the most modern city in all of India. You will see on the outskirts of town high-rise structures being built all around Delhi. It's actually one of the biggest cities in the world. It's a megatropolis. You can visit Old Delhi and walk around the Chandi Chowk bustling market here. It's a street food and textiles area with traditional goods. You can also go to Humayun's tomb and explore this UNESCO World Heritage Site, discover Qutb Minar. We did do a full Delhi travel guide. I will put a link to that below, but really enjoy the food while here. Walk around India Gate and see all of the unique sites happening around here. They also have these wells that are old, preserved areas because when the monsoon would come, it would fill up, and they still have these ancient wells all around the area of Delhi. There are many temples across Delhi. There's the Hindu temples, there's the Sikh temple, like the Lotus Temple for the Baha'i people. Next up, we're in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Here you have 13.9 million international tourists visiting here. Popular thing to do is go around to the food markets like Jalan Allure or even head up to the highlands in the mountain and explore the Genting highlands. But really, when you're here, going to the top of the Petronas Towers, walking around this city is amazing experience, very relaxing. They have the KLCC Park right next to the Petronas Towers, another area to walk around. They have the fountain, and then they have some new buildings that are being built like Merdeka 118. But really, while here in KL, you can explore so much of this city and get around to the other areas. Also, it's very close to other cities in Malaysia like Penang or even Malacca. The light rail system is very efficient here in KL, and you can go to the Batu Caves, which is a Hindu temple with these colorful stairs where there's lots of monkeys hanging out. So be on the lookout for that, and you will see a golden statue right in the front. Next up, we're headed to Turkey. This here is Istanbul, considered one of the most impressive cities in the world, with an estimated 15.4 million international tourists visiting here per year. While here, you can check out the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia. You can also go to Istiklal Street, a nice area to walk around. And then they have the Galata Tower, as well as the Grand Bazaar, where you can find rugs, spices, tea, and lots of other antiquities from the Ottoman Empire here. And then you have places like the Sultan Ahmet area where the Blue Mosque is, but it's a very popular tourist area where you can try some Turkish food or just do a cruise up and down the Bosphorus, which actually connects the Black Sea to the Mediterranean. Here is a look at some of that yummy Turkish food. And another popular place to explore around India is Mumbai. They did welcome around 10 million international visitors to this city. It's probably more popular with Indian domestic travelers than Delhi, but with international travelers, Delhi's more popular. Here you can find the area around. Then you can go to the Gateway of India. It's an iconic gateway that has an historical arch, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From here, you can get to the Elephanta Caves on the outside of the city. You can walk around Marine Drive, also known as the Queen's Necklace. Then you can head over to Bollywood, which is actually where the film city is here in India. Do be on the lookout for the Indian monsoons, because when the rain comes, it comes down hard and fast for a while. Go to Dhobi Ghat. So much to see and do here in Mumbai. Definitely try the food. As you go around to some of the beaches, you'll also see some of the street vendors offering some of that local cuisine right there on the street. Next up, we're headed to California. This here is Los Angeles. They did welcome 50 million visitors, most of them being domestic, and around 10 million international visitors came here. If you look at Los Angeles, you will see they have a lot to do around the beach area. It is a huge city though. You have Santa Monica Pier, you have the Getty, which is a museum, then you have Hollywood, the Universal Studios area, they have Disneyland, and then they have Big Bear up in the mountains, Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills. You can also head over to Malibu, and then the downtown area is also popular with visitors. Alright guys, that's the most visited cities in the world video here from Island Hopper TV. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and watching some more of our other videos as we continue to show you around the world. Here you can watch our 50 best destinations video right here at the end, or you can also watch our top 25 American cities video. And there is also going to be the links in the description below to those videos.